We all live on the same planet, and we all certainly have a duty to protect that planet. At least I would think so. And I think one of the best ways that every single person who drives can improve the world around them is through the way that their vehicle is powered. Now, I personally have taken a specific interest in this since I want to say about 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, when Toyota first announced the Toyota Mirai. This was one of the first mass produced vehicles that uses hydrogen fuel cell technology instead of regular gasoline, and I found it fascinating. So, there are lots of different ways that you can improve your vehicle and your emissions on the world, including flex fuels, hydrogen fuel cell vehicles, and electric vehicles. But this one personally is the most interesting to me for one reason because it emits pure water. So the way that it works is there's hydrogen in the cell and there's electrical um, diodes on either side of it. And then through a membrane, as the electricity passes through the hydrogen, it separates the hydrogen into like water and oxygen somehow. It's beyond me, but in essence, this car would exhaust pure water. And also, it's probably the best option as far as emissions goes for like any vehicle you can have. Another advantage to hydrogen fuel cell over other alternative fuels is that hydrogen is much more reactive, so it's easier to get a lot of power out of hydrogen than it is out of, say, alcohol. Moving on to alcohol, another kind of vehicle that I think a lot of people should invest in is a flex fuel vehicle. Flex fuel is a specific type of fuel that's like a certain percentage regular gasoline and a certain percentage ethanol made usually from corn. And the advantages to flex fuel are that it has been available for 10 or 15 years pretty widely, especially through like Chevrolet. And it's also available at a lot more local gas stations, whereas something like hydrogen would only be available in certain regions of the country. The last kind, if you're looking for a more luxury twist to your vehicle generally, would be an electric vehicle. There's plenty of electric vehicle options nowadays through either Tesla, BMW, Nissan, even Ford now has electric trucks. Um, these have a slightly higher emissions from production alone. However, they have zero emissions after production directly. What I mean by directly is there's a slight amount of emission related to where you're getting the energy to charge them, but at the end of the day, the vehicle itself is not causing any more emissions. And another advantage to electric vehicles is, especially around areas like Wake County, where we have the Sharon Harris nuclear power plant, if you can charge your electric vehicles on nuclear power, that is also better for the environment than, say, burning coal or how a lot of these other places are getting their power for electricity. So, in conclusion, I think that flex fuel vehicles, electric vehicles, and hydrogen fuel cell vehicles are the future of vehicles as a whole. And that is the best way that any one of us individuals can try to reduce our carbon impact. Because at the end of the day, the doomsday clock is always ticking forward, and we should be trying to do our best to protect the world that we live in.